All right. It took me a minute. I had to start. It took me about maybe a minute or two to get this live going. Y'all know how y'all okay. For a person like me, I'm a person. I'll start off like this. I'm a real simple person, very simple. Y'all know how I advocate for my people, right? I'm gonna have to go. I might have to go back in there and put a title in there, but mainly I use this channel here to talk about how condition our people. But from what I'm looking at too, is that I think when they say that everybody is not a child of God, I really do find it to be true. You see what I'm saying? That's true because I see it more and more every day. Just because you have people that are the same skin color, that doesn't mean that we are all the same people because we look alike. You see what I'm saying? You being for righteousness and stuff like that, righteous love, and you and the black Messiah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because the God is the so-called black Messiah. Christ is the so-called black man, but the world portrayed him as the images as a white dude, so-called white man, or whatever, you know. But another thing that people need to know about me, my is that I came up being a person who was a basically a hospitality dude, a person. You know what I mean? I believe in giving the same love and respect back as people. You know, some showing me love and showing me like if they, you know what I'm saying, they offer hospitality. People genuine to me and they want to do something for me. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just speaking in general. You know what I'm saying? And I'm by me, I came from a tradition like that under my families and both parents and all that kind of stuff and both fathers and things. They were all people like genuine people that I know of. I don't even though on my father's side, I don't really know too much. You know what I'm saying about the people on my dad's side. We really, me and my brother, we really didn't really get to know nothing about him, really. You know, and you know what I'm saying. And I don't want to speak on things that I don't really know. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to say things and then I'm wrong. You know what I mean? But for me, living my life, growing up and stuff like that, I really realized somebody like I'm like this here. If I treat you the way you treat me, and I'm very simple. You know what I'm saying? If you're nice, good to me and stuff like that, as being my people, I'm gonna kindly return the favor back. I am. I'm gonna. That's just the way I am. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do that. I'm that type of person. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit up and be disrespectful and respectful to somebody. You know, stuff like that, because that's nowhere in me. You know what I mean? But I do realize that thing about me, I don't give my kindness to everybody. You see what I'm saying? I don't believe in doing that because everybody, it ain't for everybody. Just like salvation is not for everybody. And when the brothers be on the streets, or we don't, I said it thousands of times in my video. When I learned this truth, God doesn't love everybody. I do accept that, and that's true. I know it to be true because let me tell you how I say I know it to be true. Um, you know when certain people come around you, you're not going your image, your persona, your demeanor, and everything is going to be highly different because it's not that you're not changing or nothing like that. You're not really changing. You're not doing all those type of things, but you just um basically you're trying to protect. You don't want you can't just let anybody. I don't believe in just giving my kindness to anybody. I don't believe in doing that. You know, that's something that's you have to like what's that scripture in I think it's in the Apocrypha. If thou would be get a friend, prove them first. You have to prove people first. You know what I mean? Now everybody ain't we all have different levels of experiences that we deal with different things and things of that nature. If you kindly like respectfully, if you respect me, I'm gonna respect you back. That's the type of person that I am. But if you just looking at me with an evil eye or something like that, you just looking at me with an evil eye or something like that, but for more than likely, I'm gonna ask you what's your problem. You see what I'm saying? I'm like I'm not one of those to like go behind your back, talk about you behind you, or go and tell somebody. I don't. I just believe whatever the problem that I have, I just believe in addressing the person, the individual person, because what the Bible says, it says, don't go up and down like a tail bearer. You know what I'm talking about? Stuff like that. You know, cause um, even though like I'm like more to myself or something like that, I don't get out here and I don't mess with nobody or nothing like that. I just basically just trying to learn learn the truth and destroy the lies that I was told and taught, and my thinking process was all wrong. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, my thinking process was all wrong, and things of that nature. But um I got something, and maybe y'all can pull a scripture for it. Do y'all think like if you get like angry or something like that, if somebody like if like especially like if you living right, you living godly, you're doing all these different things. You see what I'm saying? And somebody just attempt. Cause see me, the way I in life, I deals with it. Oh, I think some music is on. I might have to cut this off. The speaker mic off. Hold on. Like, you know, I mean, you do live godly. You do live right, and you keep the commandments to the best of your ability and stuff like that until the Most High show you that you need to be improved and this and that and the third. But you are like when you walk in public or whatever, you may have, and it's fulfilling in Deuteronomy 28. It talks about your brother or your sister or somebody, your brothers, you know, it says his eye shall be evil toward his brother. You know what I'm saying? And I can see the fulfillment of that. I can see the fulfillment of it in Deuteronomy 28. I can definitely see that. You see what I'm saying? You know, when you look at certain, no, if you can basically, it's like the Most High put a spirit in you where you can pick up vibes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you can tell person ain't got to even open their mouth. All they got to do is just you know people can present a certain type of atmosphere and let you know that it's that's it. I don't know. This is not really genuine or nothing like that. And I think it's something that he put in all of us to let us know what we dealing with. You see what I'm saying? And I'm one of those. Maybe I might need, you know, that's a problem, a way that I need to probably humble myself more. I mean, well, I try to, you know what I mean? But when you're dealing with people that like, some of them look at you like they want to fight you. Some of them look at you like they better than you. Some of them give you a look like I'm not friendly at all or something like that. You garbage to me. I'm not genuine. Uh, just stay your distance. I hate you. Any damn thing, stuff like that. I don't like you. I never saw you before. Like you, I don't. None of that. I don't have nothing to do with you. And people can put on give that certain persona to let you know that that's what they mean. They ain't got to just come out with their mouth and actually say it. You see what I'm saying? Like people go behind people's back and all this kind of stuff and talk about them. If I don't know you and you give me a certain persona or look or something like that, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna basically, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I give them the same medicine they give me. Now that may not be right, but a lot of the time that's how I am. You know what I mean? And I guess the only reason why I do it is because I really be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like damn, like what the hell? And you just nowadays it's like you ain't got to do, you ain't got to do them nothing no more. You really don't. You don't really. No, you don't have to really do nothing nowadays for a person to know. You can just be minding your own business, and like you sitting there, you can be in the line or check out comment, whatever. You just, it's basically you got to live your life like you got to either look up in the air, you got to do this here, or you accidentally look at somebody. All right, what's up? Yeah, if you like, it's like now it done gotten so bad now until it's like basically nowadays. And I know me, for me, I think I have to do that because I realized I think I have a weakness for, my weakness is I'm quick to like tell people off and stuff. I'm quick to do that, and I know that may not be right. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of my weaknesses too. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know how you live your life and you try to, you know what I'm saying, you avoid it. You know, you like, damn, I'm trying to avoid this shit. And then you got to, if you in a store checkout line and stuff, it's so bad now. You can't really respect people now. If you accidentally like look at or something like that, they gonna they like, you better look another way or something like that. You know what I mean? They're gonna look at you evil. But it used to be a time it wasn't like that. And then if you say something to certain people, then some of the people probably gonna get offended, you know what I mean, and be ready to go at you, or anything can go down, you know what I'm saying? They can go get their family members and try to hurt you, or it's a number of things that can happen, you know what I mean? But here's the flip side to it. I noticed that when we dealing with Esau, when our people dealing with Esau, the way we deal with each other, we try to literally kill each other. But when it comes to the white man, the so-called white man, we are lambs. A difference. It's just a difference in the way we handle each other. The way we handle each other and the way we deal with Esau is totally different. We deal with each other wrongfully, violent, everything, disrespectful, everything. But when it comes to Esau, we our people deal with them with love, care, genuine, anything that they can think of. They give a presence like, you welcome into my circle, you this and that, da 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 da, and all, and so on and so forth. This is the way our people are. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we deal with us roughly, rough, versus Esau, lamb. When it comes to Esau, I'm trying to say it right. Lambs when it comes to Esau, goats and wolves and pit bulls when it comes to each other. We don't say nothing to each other. We just don't we don't have love for each other. We are nowhere near genuine toward each other. We don't value each other at all. We look at each other with an evil eye. We just demonic when it comes toward each other, and we've been conditioned that way. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see something here. And everything. Okay, it's like 48, 40. Okay, yeah. But anyway, my camera just cut down. I don't know if it's I don't know, it probably does that when it gets hot. But I was basically talking about how we treat each other versus the way we deal with Esau. We deal with Esau on a genuine, kind level. We deal with Esau on a genuine and kind level. But when it comes to each other, we deal with each other like pit bulls. Yeah, we lions and pit bulls when it comes to each other, when we should be lions and things like that toward them. We shouldn't be lions for no reason against each other. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that like that. You know what I'm saying? It really shouldn't. And it's like, when you don't speak, a lot of people, like, they'll look at you like, nah, I'm not the type of person. I try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? And be disrespectful. But I'm like, why would I give my love to someone, or why would I waste my time? I'm already knowing what's going to go down and what's going to happen. I'm giving my energy to somebody like you. And I'm knowing that you're going to shit on it. If you're going to shit on me, God wouldn't have you to be. We supposed to be I understand, I get it. We are fools for Christ's sake all day long. We're counted as a sheep for the slaughter. I get that, but is a difference between being a fool and a damn fool. Don't be a damn fool. You just being outright, just plain ignorant and foolish. If I'm knowing that somebody knowing what's gonna happen, that they're gonna take advantage of me or something like that, and I'm knowing this, and I'm saying, well, I'm just doing it because it's the love that no. If I get a bad vibe about that person or whatever, why do I want to continue to be around this person, to hang out with this person? That's somebody that I don't need to be hanging around, or who I need to be with. And then, God forbid, man, I don't want to get mad or get upset and take my frustration out on somebody innocent. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. You know, that's the worst thing, or the worst feeling that I would have. I don't want to take it out on somebody who has nothing to do with it. And most of us, we have that problem of doing that. Most of us do that. But when it comes to Esau, like I said, we're totally different. We'll turn around and mistreat each other. But when it comes to the so-called white man, we're not going to do that. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to even be like that, you know? But we beat up on each other. And it's like I said earlier in my other videos, you have victims attacking victims. And we live in an evil society. What's that scripture? Okay, here we go. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender amongst you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. Yeah, so I seen the fulfillment of that today. That's true. And what's that script? It's also in Isaiah 45:7. Isaiah 45 and verse 7, where the scripture says, I am the Lord, I create darkness, I create evil, I am the Lord that do all these things. I create light, I create darkness, I create light, and I create evil. So there's a scripture also in Proverbs, I think it's Proverbs 11 and 1, or 2 or 1, I can't remember. A false balance is an abomination to the Most High, but a just weight is his delight. So if you got good and you got evil in the world, And people, that's why I don't understand. Why would people say I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe, whether they believe it or not, the Bible still, you still got people today trying to prove that the Bible, that when you walk out here in real life, you really literally looking at the Bible. You condemn that very book, but that very book, you see the fulfillment of everything that you see. You see hatred, that's the number one thing that we have on this planet. We have hatred on this planet. We hate each other. We are at its worst at it. The children of Israel, man, we have that at its worst, man. The other nations already hate us. You see what I'm saying? And I guess they said these, like Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46, these curses will be upon the children of Israel for a sign and for wonder. When I look at stuff like that, I can say, I don't go around trying to say, oh, I'm an Israelite, although it may sound kind of dumb or something like that. But when I look at the curses, the evidence, when you walk out here in the real world, I experience that people looking at me with like an evil eye. I experiences that. To them, you is a complete. All right, what's up, man? All right, there you go. Yeah, all the time. Probably on his way home. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it basically what I'm trying to say is this is what I got today. We hate our own people. We really hate our own, man. Yeah, we literally hate our own people. Yeah. Yep. We hate each other. And we hate each other with action. We are the enemy. And it did say love your enemies, talking about your own people. And we love them, but we ain't got to let them, you know, we still got to stand up and for righteousness and stuff, you know. But man, you literally walk out here and you can pick up the demonic vibes, you know. I definitely saw that. I see it all the time when I go out. You ain't got, like I said, you ain't got to do nobody nothing. You ain't got to do nobody nothing. You just be walking mind your own business. And you just be passing by and somebody just look at you crazy. I mean, they'll look at you like, and you like, what the hell? And a lot of us, I know a lot of us experience that in your mind. You be like, damn, what I did. It don't be like that. You be like, damn, ain't did you that? Or something like that, you know? Yeah, they'll look at you crazy, size you up, be ready to fight, you know? And I picked that up today. All the time I do, you know? People, they look at you like that scripture in Deuteronomy 28 and 54. It says, so that the man that is tender and delicate, our people, man, we once cared about each other's feelings, thoughts, everything. We cared about each other. But now we don't give a damn about each other. And those are the curses. We don't give a damn, man. Anybody that I come in contact with and they don't know what I'm saying, I'm gonna encourage them to say it. Shout out to my YouTubers. Say, hey, shalom, brothers and sisters, shalom. And they're gonna be like, what the hell does that mean? Or they're gonna say, what does that mean? I'm gonna say that's a Hebrew word. You know, it's a name you know. But yeah, man, it's like, yeah, man, it's like crazy, man. But anyway, yeah, man, we don't have that type of care for each other no more and stuff. We don't. Who that is blowing? They must be blowing at somebody back there. But yeah, man. Yeah. Camera trying to freeze up. I guess it gets hot easier. You know what I mean? And it'll make it do that. But it still holds up. But man, but I tell people all the time though. I tell them straight, if they look at me crazy for the most part, I just tell them, look at Esau. I mean, don't blame us, blame the so-called white man. Ain't they going around shooting up schools and killing up people and stuff? No, we ain't doing that shit. That's the one that need that they need the heinous on them, because they need to be held reliable. We ain't responsible for all these mass shootings and stuff. Our people, we just living in this society, and we've been amongst them so long, ever since they came over here and deceived the Native American Indians and stuff. You ask them, ask the Native American. If you would ask a natural Native American about the atrocities over here, they can tell you themselves. They had witnessed. They are the main ones, but they the ones slaughtered them. Ever since we've been over here amongst the Europeans, we mix with these other nations. We don't not only look like some of them, but you can tell a lot about people. You can tell, look like a lot of our people have been mixing with the other nations and all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? You can pretty much tell a lot about people that mix with them and stuff, you know, because of the different phenotypes and the futures and stuff. But the futures and the color doesn't make it, the color and the futures doesn't make you the same people. What makes you the same people is the bloodline. I do understand that, but since we've been a mixed amongst them, that's why you see a lot of our people going around and doing a lot of the same heinous acts as they do. Because think about it. Let's just break that down within itself, what I just said. If you go into an environment, or you grew up in an environment and all you seen was corruption, disness amongst that group of people, and you raised up, and you was raised up against in it. I mean, not against it, but in it. More than likely, what would that make you become? If they don't, it's wrong. They don't tell you versus right and wrong, and you never heard of the situation being wrong or right and wrong, and they taught you that all you knew was to survive, to rob somebody and stuff. What do you think your child gonna go out here doing? If you take that environment and place that child, look up the definition of environment. That's what y'all need to do. Look up the definition of environment. I looked up the definition of environment and tell you general idea of what it means. It means your environment means things that's close around you that is affected, and it normally and lively will spread to the next house. It's just like it's a parable. Like if that house right there is burning, let's say if that house burning, and the fire is so, if that fire start drawing close, like what do you think that's gonna happen if that fire, if they pour gas down there and pour gas from that house to that house there, and you just light a fire, right? You light a fire. Let's say the houses are close up and this house catching a fire and they very close up together. What do you think gonna happen to the house that's not on fire, but this one here, and they real close up together? What do you think gonna happen? It's gonna affect the house next to it, right? It's gonna burn that house, and then it's gonna go from burning that house. And if that house close to that house, it's gonna burn the next one, and it's gonna burn the next one. That's what it's gonna do. That's what it means. That's what environment means. Things that are connected and are close together. And if you are in that circle, in one environment, and they're all close up together, then more than likely that fire is going to affect the next house. So this is how our people, the so-called European, the white men, they are like a fire that came in and burnt off. They was burning on fire, and then they turn around and we get mixed amongst those nations. And guess what happened to us? We started to burn too and get destroyed with some of the with their customs. Meaning that that was basically a parable what I just gave. Basically, every single house that was close up in that community, in that neighborhood, right? So what we have allowed, we get a lot of the customs that we have now, a lot of the customs that we practice now, it's because of the other nations. Shaving, all that type of stuff. The Egyptians, that was their custom. The Egyptians that had the slave, they owned slaves and stuff. Once our people became in slavery, and then all the way up to 1674, and this, you know what I'm saying? 1619, 16, all the way on up. Now, those customs came on, they was all, when our people got off them slave ships, those things affected us because we began to learn their customs. You see what I'm saying? Our people learned and started practicing those customs. You see what I'm saying? And that's where we get them from. And you ask, like, people say, where did you learn that from? We learned these customs from the other nation, the hatred, all those things, prejudice against each other. We learned those things from the other nations or the other people. You see what I'm saying? We see each other, we look at each other like we see animals. Because we have been conditioned to be that way. You see what I'm saying? So we got affected, like I said, in this environment. We got affected really bad. What it said in Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1 and 2, it says, learn not the way of the heathens, for the customs of the people are vain, right? It said that. And it also said another part of the Bible, we have learned their ways. We learned their ways and customs. That's why we speak the way that we do. We act like the way that we act toward each other every day. It's because we have been conditioned that way. This is the reason why we don't read. Let me tell you the reason why we don't read. And because I do my research all the time. It's because, you know, during slavery, think about it. Did the slave masters allow the people that they enslaved as the chosen people, the Israelites? Do you think they allowed them to have the whole full truth or some of the truth? Hold on, wait a minute. Well, I hope nobody heard that music. Do you think that they gave them all the truth in slavery? Think about that. Do you think they would tell you the whole truth? Do you think that your kidnapper is going, before he kidnap you, do you think he's going to go and tell the people, they family members that they finna kidnap you? Think about that. Do you think they're gonna tell you that? Do you think that kidnapper gonna say, well, look, before I kidnap you, I want to go to your mother and your father and let them know that I'm fixing to kidnap you, and I want to put myself on video, say that I'm kidnapped, I'm kidnapping you, or something like that. Or when you sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna steal all your goods. I'm just letting you know I'm coming to do that. Thief gonna lie to you. The purpose of it, if he told you what he was gonna do, he wouldn't. It wouldn't be. What's the purpose of? He are defeating the purpose of him being a rapist, a robber, and a murderer, and a kidnapper, right? He's defeating that purpose because the purpose of it is to deceive you to get what he wants. So this is what our people went through in slavery, man. You see what I'm saying? This is what happened in slavery. The slave owners will never give you the whole truth. Do you think they allowed them to read the Bible during slavery? No. If you read right there in Exodus, it tells you that the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with rigor, with hard bondage. And then when they would try to take a rest, the taskmasters made them, he said, why do you do rest from your labors? They was trying to keep the Sabbath, and they wouldn't even allow them to keep the Sabbath in slavery. They wasn't allowed to keep the Sabbath and no kind of Passover, nothing in slavery. Yeah. They did all kind of stuff to them, beat them and everything. And the purpose of slavery is to restrict you from those things. You didn't have no rights in slavery, just like over here in America. You don't have if you look at it, you can't get out here and drive no damn car on the highway. If you get out here and try to drive a car on these damn highways and stuff, see what'll happen to you. You're gonna see just how free you is. This is a spiritual Sodom in Egypt. That's in Revelation 11. I think it's in Revelation 11. I believe it is. It's spiritual Sodom called Egypt. This is spiritual Sodom in Egypt over here. This is the new spiritual, the new Sodom in Egypt. The physical Sodom in Egypt was back then, but now America is called spiritual Sodom in Egypt. It is, you know? And so when we look at each other and look at each other with an evil eye, we are looking at each other. We live that spiritual Sodom in Egypt. That's what that is. That's spiritual Sodom in Egypt. And everything can go on here. You can't speak the Bible. You know what I mean? You can't do it. Yeah, you can't really do it. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't really do it. You know, you ain't free here. They say you're free here, but we're not really free. No, we're not really free, man. Anybody tell you that lie, you ask them, what world is you living in? Yep. I'm gonna show y'all an example right quick. Look at those walls right there. You see those walls right? I don't know if y'all can see it. I don't want to get too close to them, but they right up there. I don't know if y'all can see them. Yeah, right there. Now look at them. Now think about it. Now they ready to come off that nest. Now, do you think, now they stick together. Do you think they're gonna come off that nest and go to attacking each other if I walk up there? No, they're all gonna be together on attack me. They're not gonna sit up there and go and turn on each other and hate each other. Because think about it, they all living on that wall's nest, right? They not sitting up in there, sitting on that wall's nest, fighting and stinging each other, is they? No, they're not doing that. More than likely, they can. Now, if I go and try to like put my hand up there, something which that's not me, but anyway, I'm just giving an example. They're gonna light your ass up. Your ass gonna get lit up, huh? They're gonna make you wish you never would. You will be covered. and you will look like you're about 300 or 400 pounds. But I'm trying to make a point with that. But y'all, you know, they stick together. That's my whole point. They stick together. We come together, and we see the other people attacking our people. Like we heard about the Chinese or the Asian man beating a black woman or something, hitting them or something other, them videos or something. And our people literally get on the police force. They get on the police force and they work and they help the so-called white man persecute and hurt our people. They help them do this here. They co-sign with them. They hate it. They hate their own people. Yeah, they hate their own people and everything. They don't love their own. We don't love our own people like we should. No. Hold on, let me turn this off. Now. Okay, I had to like kind of turn it off. So every time it freeze, but y'all probably can't tell, but I can tell. It's like my face freeze. The camera been hot for a while. Wow. So yeah, man, we just don't. We don't stick together. Hold on, let me get that off of here. I video on this account. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get that off. Hold on, it didn't come off. Yeah, man. It's really something, man. I didn't think I was gonna be this long. Hold on. Live viewers comment shows up on StreamYard. This is on example. Tap on a comment to show it on screen. Okay, it's basically talking about the people. If the people that support you come into your lives, they tell you to tap on it so the audience can see it. You know, and we are the most peaceful people in the world. You know. Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. Let me see if I can yeah. I hope yeah. Is y'all been hearing this music? Because it's kind of hard to film around here when they got music and stuff around here. It seems like it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and stay live till I get to the house in this neighborhood. I'm gonna start seeing if I can walk around and film for about 3 hours sometime. But I got some other stuff that I want to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it on my other YouTube channel. But I felt like I needed. I don't know how I'm sounding on executing this video here, but I'm gonna go back and watch it and see. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see if I can get this up off here. Yeah. I don't know if people can hear this music in my videos. I don't know. We're gonna check it out and see. Let me get over out these cars. Yeah. It might be some music up in there where I live at. It may not be, more than likely. I think somebody's coming up with some music. Hold on. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Try to turn it off for a minute. No, it wasn't no music. I thought I was gonna hear it. I be hoping that people pass by and they don't have no music. It's kind of hard. Sometimes it's kind of hard to mute the music out of here. And then sometimes I get blessed enough is to like, thank God I can't hear the music in here. But hopefully for the most part, they don't hear too much. They don't hear hardly no music in these videos. Because if they got long periods of music, portions of music in your video, and if you don't own it, they'll turn around and like spam your video for copyright and all, for copyright infringement and all that type of stuff. You know, so they did that in the past. So I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to just try to be as extra cautious as I possibly can. Yeah. Well, I feel like every day when you wake up and come out here too, you're fighting with battles. You see what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna fight with battles. You got to fight with wicked spirits and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You got to fight with your own people that's gonna hate on you. You see what I'm saying? And everything. Then you got to deal. You definitely number one. You got to deal with the number one enemy. That's Esau, the so-called white man. You got to deal with them. Definitely. You know. And it's crazy out here, man. Yeah. It's definitely crazy out here. Oh, it's 49 minutes and something. Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. I tried to move this damn thing up off of here, you know. It just popped up there and looked like it just don't want to leave. But I basically said everything that was on my mind for right now. I wished I can just take it up to an hour. What the hell? Oh, they got a raccoon. Look at this shit here. Oops. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me move this off of here. Yeah, they got a damn raccoon. Well, he went in the woods when he saw me. Yeah, he saw them. They do a lot of all that hunting and stuff too. I ain't studying about nothing like that. Yeah, like people say, man, most of the time I just sit in my house and chill, man. I mean, I do. A lot of time people come and say, hey, you want to go with them? I'm like, nah, I'm gonna sit home and chill. Nah. Like years ago, when before the internet came out and things of that nature, before the internet came, we had what was called a like, like TV and stuff. I watched a lot of movies coming up and stuff. I liked that. As long as I had my snacks, my movies and stuff, I didn't want to go nowhere. People come by the house, what you been doing, man, all day? I'd be like, no, I just been sitting around here chilling, boring and shit. Just sitting here chilling, you know. That's all I do for the most part. Um, I think I liked it, dogs and animals to a certain extent. I used to believe that I would put a dog in my house, but I couldn't see myself doing that now. No, like it keep you working, hair everywhere, stuff like that. No, but we like them, but we like I like for them to just like watch your house or something like that. But we not obsessed with them like that, like Esau. I don't think so. I don't believe that I was obsessed with them like Esau. But since I got like older and I see the stuff that they be doing with them animals and stuff like that, it's like, nah, you make you take a second because you think all that is in your filth is in your mind what they do with them. So, as far as like we have an obsession with hunting and no, that's mostly not our thing. We mostly our thing is mostly traditional seasoning food and good cooked food and stuff like that. Not no yeah. As long as we got our food, we got our TV. Like today now, like I don't mess with the TV. Like today, like modern day internet and social media and stuff like that. As long as I can do that and watch different videos and stuff like that, I ain't gonna be wanting to go nowhere with nobody. Too much. People be like, you want to come go with us to this party? And then, no, thank you. Nah, I'm gonna sit at home and chill. Oh man, that's all you're gonna do. It just depends. But for the most part, we like, nah, I'm gonna sit at home and chill. Like some of my people in the neighborhood, they try to come and get me. Say, hey man, you want to go hang out with us and just like that? And you be like, you don't feel like going too much of nowhere. You're like, nah, man, I want to enjoy myself in my house and stuff. And I'm just trying to show the difference between our people, us, and Esau. You know what I'm saying? So we just say we're nah, I'm just gonna sit in the house and chill. Like sometimes my mom, he's like, you going? No, no, I'm good. Y'all can go ahead on and do what y'all gonna do. I'm gonna be at the house. Or either I might say I got somewhere else I want to go. That's my way of just saying all together I'm gonna chill no matter where I go. I'm just gonna sit at home and chill. Like we'll speak. Sometimes you find good neighbors like, hey, what's up? Oh man, nothing, man. It's just been boring, man. Chilling. Yeah, I said, yep, that's me. Just chilling. Yeah, we don't have to go nowhere. Yeah, we'll sit at the house and chill. Let me go on in time. Maybe I can do the rest of this live in this house, man. The only reason why I don't come in here too much is because of the stuff that be on. I don't want all that extra stuff getting in here because I be trying to just in case I be trying to avoid music and stuff. Let's see if we can turn it off and we're gonna go up in the house. Hold on. Okay, let's do this. Hold on. Yeah. Thank God the music, it ain't too much of no music or nothing is on. Yeah, man. But I basically said all what I wanted to say for the time being. I'm probably gonna come back, but I'm gonna go on my other channel and probably go live. You know, relax and everything. Since the day is fixing to come to an end. So I just went and got some extra stuff so I won't have to like go back out. You know what I'm saying? I won't have to go back out. Yeah, man. So remove from screen. Let's see here. Am I talking about? Okay. yeah, so okay, all right. Now let me see if I can go and put this thing on. See, is it on to where you can see it? Okay, let's see where you can hear it. I mean, testing, testing. Okay, I can hear it. I had to do a lot of work to actually get the camera back to where I had it. You see what I'm saying? So that's, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead on. I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'm gonna see y'all later here. All right.